Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? This doesn't happen in Sweden, I can tell you that. This is the worst mass shooting in Swedish history. At least 10 people are dead and multiple injuries. And we'll know more here. It's a horrible scene in a school in Sweden, of all places. It's just horrible. And the police have just said there's at least 10 dead with unbelievable numbers of people who are injured in this horror attack at a school there in Sweden. And our hearts go out to the families of the deceased. And also we're praying for those that have been wounded in this brutal, deadly attack, the worst mass shooting in Swedish history. Let me give you the details of how this went down in just a second. But first, real fast, give me 30 seconds to tell you that Noble Gold Investment has sent out an alert to diversify now. Market crashes strike fast, devastation for anyone unprepared. Just ask NVIDIA's investors who lost $600 billion and it vanished overnight. No warning, no second chance. But Noble Gold can help you diversify with a gold or silver IRA, or you can buy physical gold. They've sold over $2 billion worth of metal transactions, and they can help you. Simply go to www.pastorpaulgold.com. That's www.pastorpaulgold.com, or call 877-646-5347. If you set up a gold IRA or roll over your IRA or your 401k, they'll give you 2 of these, 5 ounces, pure silver coins each. 5 ounces each will give you 2. That's at pastorpaulgold.com. So this is here's the scenario. The gunman entered the classroom. It's beyond my ability to even comprehend, okay? But the gunman entered the classroom, entered the school, and began to go in and just shooting people in a horrifying situation. People were just crashing to the floor. This took place at 12:30 p.m. this afternoon in Sweden, and it was just insane. Matter of fact, they are working right now to identify the victims and inform their families. The deadly shooting caused such extensive damage that investigators are struggling to confirm the exact death toll, but they know at least 10 are dead. Sweden's prime minister described it as the worst mass shooting in Swedish history. Today, he said, we've witnessed brutal, deadly violence against a completely innocent people. This is the worst mass shooting in Swedish history. Many questions remain unanswered. I cannot provide those answers yet, he said. So far, 6 people have been rushed to the hospital, with 1 in very serious condition. Shocking footage showed several people appearing to be exiting the adult education center to the sound of gunshots. Loud screams could be heard as they rushed past a children's playground. And in a separate clip, terrified students appeared to be barricaded in classrooms as alarms blaring in the background. The horrifying video saw people sitting quietly in a classroom while the warning sound rang behind them. Armed officers stormed the school with weapons drawn, while ambulances and rescue services began to swarm the area. Police rushed onto the scene at 12:30 p.m. today following reports of an attacker firing with an automatic weapon, and a major emergency response began to be launched. The shooter then turned the gun on himself at the scene before he could be stopped, according to Police Chief Roberto Forrest. Cops are now working to identify him, but don't believe he had any terror motives at this moment. Say he worked alone. I don't know how. I just want to say this, and I'm not being critical here, but I don't know how, if you don't have his identification, that you don't believe there's a terrorist motive when he's committing a terrorist act. How did you come up with the How do you make a determination that this was not a terrorist plot when you're still working on the identification of the guy? How do you know his motive? You don't even know who he is. Anyway, look, I'm not criticizing. Look, it's a very serious situation, but I'm just, the reason I'm bringing that up is I've seen that happen here in America, where they quickly just say it's a lone gunman. You know, he's not a terrorist. We'll tell you more. We'll reveal more to you as soon as we know his identify him. I've seen this happen in America. I think the reason that they do this is they don't want people to be alarmed and think that this is the beginning of a terrorist organization. They don't want you to even believe there is terrorist organizations within your country. And so they don't want you to think that there's more gunmen. They always say it's one gunman, even though I really believe that in some of these shootings, there was definitely more than one. That Las Vegas shooting with 168 people were killed at that country concert, and shots rang out from 2 separate windows. I'm sorry, but there's no way one guy pulled that off. Shooting from 2 different windows. No way. And I remember the Dallas shooting where 11 police officers were killed and another 6 were wounded from the top of a roof. And just no way that was a one-man deal. And we could go on and on and on. Look, but that's the story. And I think sometimes this is how it's reported to us because they don't want us to know that there's actual terrorist organizations within our country and that there's multiple terrorist cells and multiple terrorist organizations that are plotting and planning terroristic attacks on soft targets like schools and churches and crowds in movie theaters or concerts, which seems to be always the typical targets, soft targets. And so we have to be alert. We have to be prepared. Not every one of these people are lone gunmen. Now, sometimes they are, but not every one of them could be. I just don't think so. And I don't know how you can already know whether or not this guy was a terrorist. You don't even know you don't know his identity, but you already know he wasn't a terrorist. And that's really strange to me. But again, there's motives for how they report to us. So it's just like meteorites coming at us. Did you guys realize yesterday we almost got hit? It scraped by. Matter of fact, I should have reported on this, and I am going to report it right now. Besides the solar flares, let me just tell you, yesterday, a 4-meter asteroid scraped past the Earth at 0.3 lunar distance. So that means it missed us by about 60,000 miles. And folks, that is close. The satellites are going around the Earth at 22,000 miles. That is close. We didn't see it coming. They reported on it after the fact. Today, they already know one is coming. This one's much bigger. It's 27 meters in diameter. And it's not going to hit us, but it's closer than the moon. And it's 0.8 lunar distance, but it will miss us. And that's asteroid 2025 BB2. The one yesterday was 2025 CF. Both of these weren't discovered until about the one yesterday. We discovered it about 4 hours before it went by. They didn't tell us it. They could see it was going to slide by. The one tonight hasn't come yet, but it will. But it won't hit us. And then tomorrow we have another asteroid, asteroid 2025 CM. It will also miss us by 0.8 lunar distance, and it's 14 meters in diameter. Okay? And then there's a bunch of other near-Earth objects that are also headed toward us, and we just don't get the stories. And I'm not criticizing because in some cases we don't see it till it's right upon us, these little bitty ones, and then it's only a 3-4 hour heads up. No need to alarm the media. No need to alarm the public. Well, that same concept, and as you guys know, I've been telling you about, we have Apophis coming in 4 years on Friday the 13th, 2029. But we've also got another one, an asteroid that's 1 football field wide, that's coming on December 22nd, 2032. So that one's 7 years out. And both of these are going to scrape by, literally. Well, they might even hit us. I mean, they got a 1%. This one's got 1.6% chance. The one that's coming in 2032. I mean, these are big asteroids scraping by if they miss. They're coming. Both of them are coming closer than the satellites that circle the Earth. And I just think people should know. I just think people should be aware. And because these are so big, what if the calculation's off a hair? Or, well, how many companion rocks are coming behind it in the debris trail? So I just think people need to know. I really do. Thank you guys for praying for Heidi. Praise God. Sister Heidi looks good. Thank you so much, Angel. Yeah, Heidi's, I just posted a video. Heidi is reporting from the hospital. She was today, Iron Woman, day 2. She was getting the iron infusion again today. She has 5 straight days to do that. She was reporting live, just letting everybody know she's there. She's getting the iron infusions. She's looking good and feeling better. And so we thank God for that. And she gives you a little bit of medical advice, or a medical report about her iron was completely gone, basically, and to the point her hemoglobin was off the charts as well. And she's disclosing a little bit of that. She's not telling you everything, but she at least discloses a little bit there. And that's up to her, what she wants to disclose. But I'll just say this, that she's looking good, and I appreciate everybody. Anna Irwin, thank you. Miss CD, Jeffrey Claire Coper, thank you guys so much for the prayers. Angel, thank you. All of you, okay? And you can go and watch the video. I just posted it. It's about 3 minutes or something, and you get an update from her, okay? So pray for the people of Sweden. Again, this is just a terrible mass shooting, and things are just not. It's just not good, okay? There's a lot going on today. I mean, if I was to report on every single thing that's happening, I would never end. I guess I would just stay live all day because things are happening that fast. But we're in the end times. We've got that atmospheric river coming in again. There's going to be some really bad weather up in the northwestern part of the country. But there's also going to be some nice, beautiful weather, too. Here in Florida, it's really, really beautiful today. But so pray for one another. Thank you, Brianna. Thank you so much. Thank you, Debs. God bless you guys. Thank you.